we have a pardon for Devon Archer. Devon Archer was a former business partner of the Biden family.
Many people have asked me to do this. They think he was treated very unfairly. And I looked at the records, studied the records, and he was. He was a victim of a crime, as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to undo that. Devon Archer. Congratulations, Devon.
There you have it right there. And Devon Archer joins us here tonight on the set. It's been about a month.
It has been a month, and a lot less pressure this interview.
Right, yeah, I guess, right? So let's just, for everybody at home, you kind of became the fall guy. You replaced Hunter as a target of what you say is a very corrupt DOJ. Joe leaned on somebody, said, get Hunter out of this. They come after you. You've been fighting this for 10 years, the charges that you were up against. I mean, they really did a number on you.
Yeah.
What's it feel like to watch that happen on TV?
Well,
or did you know before he did it? Or did you find out when he did it?
I had no idea.
You didn't know?
I had no idea.
Were you even watching TV?
No, I was not watching TV at the time.
Oh, man.
And it was really remarkable. I mean, actually in the arena, it was a wild story. You know, we got there. We did this. You know, you did this interview.
Yeah.
It was incredible. You broke the third wall of media, which I always appreciate. But I ended up at in this this setting, which was like the NCAA finals. It was gladiatorial at the minimum.
And you were there with Tony Bobolinsky. You were there with another whistleblower of the Biden corruption.
The Shapley whistleblower. I was there with Miranda Devine, who's been covering kind of me off the record for 3 years now. I had a confluence of all the folks that I'd been spending all this time, discussing the Bidens, but while they had their hands like on the DOJ keyboard. Some people were scared that he had his finger on the nuclear button. Right. I was more scared about his fingers on the DOJ keyboard not for humanity, but for my family. So it ended up, it was an incredible moment. Tony Bobolinsky and a group of Secret Service came over and pulled me out and said, I'd gotten some texts earlier, said, the president wants to tell you himself. And I was just, floored.
Really?
Floored.
This was at the wrestling event.
At the wrestling match in the arena. It was, thumbs up or thumbs down or it was one of those moments, and it was absolutely incredible. Hopped over the railing.
What he
walked
say?
Over. Well, he said, listen, these guys screwed with you. They screwed with me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put an end to this. I'm going to put an end to this. And at the end of the day, we're going to make this right. And he also mentioned the interview and was incredibly gracious. It was, first time seeing him in years. I met him first when I was 17, and he inspired me then and inspired me now. So it was an incredible moment. And I would say we were in Philadelphia. Yeah. And Tony Bobolinsky kind of gave it the Philly tush push. So we had done everything. We were there. We were within a quick reach. But it takes a village to raise a pardon. And I had so many incredible people around me, from the beginnings, Miranda Devine and Tucker Carlson, yourself, Matt Gaetz. Yeah. The entire this team that was incredible.
And that's just one other thing I just want to ask you about. I mean, you were a Biden guy for forever, and I mean, I just I don't know much about your personal politics. It doesn't really matter that much. I saw what they did to you. You told New York Times recently in an interview that you're full MAGA now, saying they're more my people. I wanted to explain that.
I don't know where. Listen, I don't know. I am full MAGA now. Yeah, but I was a Biden guy. I think I was. It's a much longer conversation, a longer kind of. But I was encouraged by a candidate in 2004, which is a guy named John Kerry. I got behind him. I was in his kitchen cabinet. It was personal. It was personal.
You're friends with his son, right?
I was friends with his stepson. And I never registered as a Republican. You can check the records. Yeah. But I was, I'm a middle class guy, socioeconomic middle class background. Went to public school in Long Island. I was an opportunist. Yeah. Right. And you get that close to power, and I felt it, a little bit of. I experienced my own little Icarus moment. So I do believe that.
That's great. Before I let you go, I mean, just how when you finally got it, the relief. How close were you to being decimated by this? I mean, you were getting down to the wire, right?
It was down to the wire.
Yeah.
I'd gone through some ups and downs. I thought I could fight it. I thought it would be over after year 3. I get exonerated. It's year 5. And eventually they just drain you. Absolutely. And the stress on the family, the stress with just friends and business partners, and the fact that you're kind of associated with something that's so dark. They really, if the government wants you, they're going to get you.
They can get you.
We're not messing around with the government anymore. We're on the right side of history.
Yeah. Devon Archer, hey.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good to see you. You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt Tonight on Newsmax.